I never know what side.
Headphones?
Yeah.
No, look.
Hey, look, we ain't gonna record with you fucking eating in the microphone again. I'm just saying.
This isn't going to be on the show. I'm gonna eat and then we're gonna. So the curve goes towards your ear.
Oh, right
the
on.
curve goes back.
Oh, it says it right there. Right.
Mm-hmm. But what if you're the kind of person that grows your ears on the front of your head?
Then headphones ain't made for you.
You could just wear them backwards, I guess. Welcome to Two Guys, One Podcast. It's our comedy podcast.
It's about boring old white men.
Look, you can justify all you want to. It doesn't make it less dumb.
Welcome to Two Guys, One Podcast.
The Sodom and Gomorrah podcast.
Whose story are you telling here?
I'm one guy.
I like it already. And I'm the other. I was thinking about that dude the other day.
Welcome to Two Guys, One Podcast.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of editing you gotta do.
Two Guys, One Podcast. Throw you a little free funny. Welcome to Two Guys, One Podcast.
I lose more and more respect for you every time we do this show.
Welcome to Two Guys, One Podcast. And this is the podcast. I'm done eating now.
And the sad thing is, dude, he's got a great voice. He's got a great tone.
You like his tone, do you?
I love his tone. Too bad the guy's an asshole.
Too bad you're a son of a bitch. All right, you ready?
I was born ready.
Let's get this road on the show. Let's get this monkey fucked.
I'm not gonna be fucking no monkeys.
No, remember we've talked about this. You don't have to fuck the monkey. You just need to get the monkey fucked.
All right.
It's a Tom Sawyer painting the fence post kind of situation.
I don't have time to be a monkey's wingman. Man.
You could be a monkey pimp. Pimp that monkey. Come on to pimp this monkey. Come on to pimp this monkey.
Can you imagine the pimp hierarchy? Like, what is below? What would be below the monkey pimp?
The marmoset pimp.
Like, you think a dog pimp is below?
Dog pimp's totally below a monkey pimp. A monkey could do things to you that a dog couldn't do.
Well okay, a dog could do you things that a monkey won't do.
A monkey's got some self-respect.
Okay, where does horse pimp and sheep pimp?
Okay, sheep pimp below, horse pimp above. Horse pimp looks down on a monkey pimp.
What is the horse? Why is the horse pimp higher than a monkey pimp, sheep pimp?
It's just tough to get the horse in and out of the convention. That's all I'm saying. You know, you're going to sneak the horse into the hotel. You're a man with talent.
No. You see, you'd be a terrible horse pimp. The clients come to you. You're the one with the fucking horse.
I got this stable on the outside of town.
Yeah.
Welcome to Two Guys, One Podcast. I'm one guy.
And I'm the other.
And this is the podcast. I learned all about horse pimping in the hills of Tennessee. I was on vacation.
I know. That's why we didn't have a show last week.
Indeed. And here's the thing that I forgot about. Vacation is supposed to be relaxing. And it's not relaxing to start and end your vacation with a 15-hour car ride with 4 small children. It was so unpleasant.
How is it 15 hours?
Because we had 4 small children and a grandfather with a small bladder.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, there was a lot of starts and stops. Going wasn't that slow. It was a decent trip getting up there, but the return trip was very, very bad. Driving, we drove at night. Did you drive at night a lot as a kid when your family would take trips and stuff?
My family didn't take trips.
You're like, no, we need to rectify. We need to remember that story about how Mama made 1 cupcake for somebody's birthday.
Yeah, when we had a car, it was for work purposes only.
What do you
we had
mean?
a car. We would have a car.
You want to go somewhere? Is there a job where we're going to go?
We would have a car and still walk to the grocery store.
I'm sorry. I forgot my life of pleasure and leisure. My family drove at night a lot to see Grandma. That was a big trip a lot when I was growing up. We'd go see Grandma.
I enjoy driving at night. I feel like I get there faster if I drive at night.
You do, because you can speed more.
What? That's a bad idea.
What are you talking about? I'm talking on like highway driving.
Yeah.
Like interstate driving, there's nobody on the interstate. You can go a little bit faster.
Yeah. Tell that to the deer.
Well, okay. Well, it depends on where you are, I suppose. The places that I like to drive, there aren't a lot of deer jumping across the interstate.
Really?
Well, I mean...
Where do you like to drive around here where there's no deer?
Well, I mean, there's not... Okay, but there's not a lot of deer on I-20. Like, if you get... Like, there's not deer on the interstate that often.
Dude, had a friend hit a deer on interstate 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never... I mean, I say this now. I'm going to hit a deer on the way home from here.
Here's the thing is, you also don't drive on interstate at night as much as you think you do.
No, that's true. I mean, I have 4 small children, so I don't go anywhere at night that much. I come here.
So would you say when
you.
it comes to the number of deer at night on the interstate that you're not an expert?
Yes, I would say.
Okay. Glad we cleared that up.
All right, fair enough.
Continue with your testimony.
Well, first, I thought we could. We'll come back to my trip to the hills of Tennessee. I thought first we'd go to the rundown.
That's a good place to start.
All right, we got a word of the day this week.
Yowza.
1920s slang continues. We're going to discuss.
I hope it's a good one, dude.
It is.
The
I think
last three have been.
I think this one's better. I think you're going to like this better.
Tomato was terrible.
Tomato was very, very bad. I'll agree with that. Then we are gonna discuss the trip. We're gonna talk a little about DollyWeird in particular. Then I've got an article. Hollywood is turning into Benjamin Button. They're de-aging right before our very eyes. We're going to talk a little bit about the age of stars. And then we've got an article that you shared this week. Japan is a very weird place.
It's very, very weird.
We're going to discuss that. We've got listeners in Japan, by the way. They'll understand it. And then we're going to round things off with a word from Bob Ross. That's this week's Two Guys, One Pod. You can find more at twoguysonepod.com. You can find us on iTunes or Stitcher, wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to share us with a friend. Review us in iTunes or Stitcher if you get a chance. That helps other people just like you find us and enjoy the free funny themselves. So, as I was saying, we went to Tennessee. Well, first of all, no, let's get to the word of the day. I'll redeem myself here with the word of the day. This week's word of the day, what we're doing is bringing back 1920 slang. It's words or phrases that have fallen out of the vernacular. We're trying to bring them back by using them here on the show. This week's word of the day, petting pantry.
Petting pantry.
Petting pantry. As we were discussing horse pimps earlier.
Petting pantry.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like...
There were many of these in Tennessee, if that helps you.
No, well, how would that... Stables?
No, it's a movie theater, a cinema or a movie theater. That's the petting pantry. Why don't you and your main squeeze go to the petting pantry this evening?
So you go there and you get
exactly. You sit on the back. You sit on the back row, do a little heavy petting.
Like it's okay to fucking finger each other and jerk each other off, but you're not gonna have sex.
Sure. You know, it's just like Alanis Morissette said in her famous jazz epic, "Would she go down on you in the theater?"
What? They have your hint, by the way, was fucking terrible.
It wasn't really
there's
a hint.
Lot in Tennessee. There's a lot.
It wasn't really a hint.
Everywhere.
Yes, there's a lot everywhere. There's a lot here too. Yes, there are many here. A cinema or a movie theater that's a petting pantry. We're going to try to use that seamlessly in the podcast.
I can dig it.
Can you? Can you dig it? All right. So let's talk about this trip to Tennessee. First of all, I have now decided what I'm going to do in my old age. I have a retirement plan. I had always told Honey Bun that we were going to retire to New Orleans.
But you're going to go to a small town and open up a petting pantry?
Yes, exactly. I'm going to name it the petting pantry. I'll just call it what it is. No, all right. we'll have vinyl seats. Just hose down the movie theater in between. So no, I want to retire. I told her before that I want to retire to New Orleans. She grew up there. I lived there for a few years before I moved back up here and started hanging out with you. I love the city. Always have. And I thought especially, okay, years from now when we don't have kids, I can maybe relax a little bit as far as work goes, do a little bit less. That'd be cool. We could enjoy ourselves more down there. Get out, really see the city, take it in. Try to maybe even live downtown somewhere. That'd be awesome. I've changed my mind completely. The fucking mountains of Tennessee, sir. I've never met happier retired persons or semi-retired persons as the people who work at DollyWeird.
But here's the issue with that.
What?
The people that work at DollyWeird have for their entire lives probably lived within 30 miles of DollyWeird.
No, none of them. That's what I'm telling you. Like I had conversations, real conversations with at least 6 different people that worked at DollyWeird. None of them grew up there. None of them did. One of them, their husband was from the area originally, but he had grown up in like Omaha or something like that. And when they were talking about where to retire, they started looking at Tennessee, looking for jobs or whatever. And he worked somewhere in Pigeon Forge, and she worked at DollyWeird. The lady that checked me out at the cashier, like on the way out of the park, she was in her 20.
She gave you a little wink on?
No, she
like,
did.
Hey, young fellow.
She must have been in her 80s.
I've got a room to rent you.
She had been there.
It's a little dry and dusty.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I call it my petting pantry. She was there. This was her 23rd year. She'd been there for 22 years and she had just started her 23rd. They all, to a person, they talked about how well they got paid, how well they were appreciated, taken care of. There were like employee only events, like they have concerts and stuff for them, stuff like that. It was a happy place to be. And here's the deal. They get to like be around young people or whatever, do the like grandparently thing, but then they don't have to like pay for those people or take them home or anything.
That's not creepy at all. That's like them renting a family.
That's exactly
No,
what it
they're
is.
not even renting a family. They're being paid to have a family.
That's even better.
That's sad.
You know how fucking hard it is to be a grandparent, man? Like that's you get all the good stuff. You get all the good stuff. Oh, young whippersnapper, you're gonna have a good day out there at DollyWeird.
Do you know how hard it is to be a grandparent? How many grandchildren you popping?
Look, I've been a prolific parent so far. I'm imagining at least a couple of them are going to follow in my
But you don't
footsteps.
have any now.
No, that's true. That's very, very
So
true.
you don't have a goddamn clue.
I don't know. No, you're right. I don't.
How many times have you romanticized something, then experienced, and was let down?
A few times. Man of Steel, I think, was the last time that really happened. I thought that was going to be a great movie. Sucked. You know what I'm looking forward to?
What's that?
Planet of the Apes.
I know.
I made you watch like 30 minutes of it last night. The prequel to the new sequel. I love the reboot series. You're not a big fan.
Nope.
Why not?
What do I care?
What do you care about the apes taking over the planet?
Yeah. I saw it the first time when it was called Planet of the Apes.
They got better masks now.
So what? So?
They look like real apes. It's more fun. You don't have to suspend your disbelief so far.
Yeah, you do.
But it could totally happen, man.
No, it couldn't.
All right, fine. Here's the deal. When I moved to DollyWeird
All right.
in my 60s, I don't think I'm going to be, I think I'm going to be even better looking than the folks that work there now are. Because all you got to do is look at Hollywood and you see how well they're aging. This article comes from vulture.com.
That's a reputable.
It is. It's a very reputable source. It's a part of New York Mag, I think. The article is called "A Quick Way to Make Today's Stars Seem Old." Today's stars aged 50 and over are more well-preserved than ever, whether through exercise, diet, surgery, or chemicals. Because of it, many of them seem ageless and forever young, at least when in makeup, photoshopped, or flatteringly lit on the big screen. Want to learn?
No, are you? No, I don't care about the rest of this article.
What are you talking about?
I do not care. Hey, because they just said this. Hey, You want to look young like them too? With the right lighting and the right makeup, we can make that happen.
No. That's not the point. What they're saying
No,
here.
read it again.
This
Read
article.
that last line again.
Many of them seem ageless and forever young, at least when in makeup, photoshopped, or flatteringly lit on the big
That's
screen.
right. Even photoshopped.
Yeah, this article's not telling you how to look like them. This article is comparing stars of today to stars of yesterday at the same age.
Okay, cool. Guess what? If you photoshopped and maked up and did all the shit to the people back then, they would look the fucking same.
All right, maybe so, but some of these
Not
people
maybe so, they would.
But these people, a lot of these people we see in TMZ, unmakeuped and photoshopped, and they still look mostly like they look.
No, they don't.
All right, I'm going to give you a modern name.
I fucking guarantee you have never seen one single solitary photo of a celebrity unphotoshopped, either to make them look more flattering or to make them look worse. You haven't seen fucking one.
You don't think I've seen a single plain photo? Oh, maybe not. All right, well, I'm going to give you a modern star.
Okay.
And then tell you someone the same age that I think is pretty. I was startled by every single one of these lists. All right, we'll start with George Clooney. You got a pretty good idea what George Clooney writes.
Yeah.
52 years old today.
Okay, that's believable.
That's a year older than Wilford Brimley was when he made Cocoon.
I believe that.
52 years old. George Clooney today.
You tell me what was Cocoon about?
The old people.
So you're telling me you don't think they made Wilford Brimley at 51 look goddamn 70?
I think he looked like Wilford Brimley did at the time. I don't think they aged him up that much.
You don't think? Oh my God! You know how movies work.
All right. Daniel Day-Lewis is 56. That's the same age Walter Matthau was when the Bad News Bears came out.
That is 100% believable.
All right. That one startled me too. Okay.
Daniel Day-Lewis looks fucking
He
haggard.
does look a little. He does look a little, especially when he's like not trying to be someone that's younger.
Yeah, and he's hands down one of my favorite actors. But the dude,
He's just waiting. He's getting ready for My Left Foot, the sequel. My other left foot. Julianne Moore, 53 years old. She's 2 years older than Gloria Swanson was when she appeared in Sunset Boulevard. Look at this. Look at these two chicks. Tell me Julianne Moore's not still hot as hell.
tell me that Gloria Swanson isn't in black and white with heavy fucking makeup just so you can see her facial expressions. And then you tell me what that bitch fucking looks like. You don't know.
All right. Harrison Ford. He's 71 years old. that was about to make Star Wars. He's currently filming. Well, he's on hiatus right now because he broke his foot. But he is. He's a Millennium Falcon. He's actively filming, or was about to, and he's about to be again filming a new Star Wars movie. He's also supposedly going to make some more Indiana Jones movies. He's 71 years old. That's 2 years older than Burgess Meredith when Rocky was released.
When you give above 65, you all fucking look the same.
Everybody looks old. All right. Here's one a little younger. Marissa Tomei.
All right, you got my attention.
Are you in?
I'm in.
48 years old.
Yeah.
Hot 48-year-old,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, we're both well in on Marissa. All right. She's the same age as Jean Stapleton was when All in the Family started. The mother from All in the Family. Edith Bunka.
Okay.
Dude, what is different there, generation to generation?
What decade did that? Was that in the 70s?
Yeah,
And you said she was what? 48?
48.
Okay. So you know what Edith Bunker looks like?
Yeah.
Like a 48-year-old mother in the 70s.
And Marissa Tomei looks
It's like
like
a 48-year-old actress in the teens.
Samuel L. Jackson, 65 years old now.
Okay.
He's 2 years younger than Jack Lemmon was when Grumpy Old Man was released.
You cannot compare an African American to a Caucasian. We do not age the same.
All right. How about this?
You can't go cross-racial. We all age differently.
Ellen DeGeneres,
Okay.
54 years old.
All right.
She's 1 year older than Betty Davis was when she appeared in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. This is Betty Davis from Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Okay. Again, that is in black and white. And you're telling me they're not makeup and the hair makes her look older. I guarantee you, Betty Davis goes out on the red carpet back then, she's still going to look pretty attractive.
All right. Denzel Washington just finished filming.
This is why I hate the internet, man. It's all propaganda.
It's not
fucking
propaganda.
bullshit. Yes, it is.
Denzel Washington's 59.
Here's what you keep going to is, man, look at the photos. Look at the photos. You can't even fucking compare the photos because you know what? That one taken back in 1958 is taken with different equipment, man. There's not going to be the same clarity. There's not going to be. Stuff's going to look worse. Shadows are going to make things look fucking heavier.
All right, but
you're sitting here and just shoveling this bullshit down your throat.
Oh, whatever. You can compare movie to movie.
You cannot compare a black and white movie from the fucking 50s.
Okay,
so, then what are you comparing? Most of these are black and white photos to color photos taken in the last 10 years.
Not most, some of them. Yeah. But like Wilford Brimley, I remember that one. Okay? I was alive. I saw that movie.
And what did you watch it on? You watched it on a fucking floor model 1982 Zenith with fucking color dials.
All right, here's one. Denzel Washington, 59 years old.
Okay, are you comparing him to a black man? I don't fucking care.
He's a year younger than Black Andy Griffith was when he started Black Matlock.
Oh man, that's what they. Okay, so you know how like they did the Black Wizard of Oz,
Yes.
right? And they're talking about doing the Black Annie. Fuck that. I need to see the Black Matlock.
Who do you cast as Black Matlock? That should be Bill Cosby's new show, shouldn't it?
No.
Why not?
No, dude, you get the guy from Ghostbusters.
You're talking about Ernie Washington?
Yes, Ernie Washington.
Is it Ernie Washington?
Eddie Washington?
It's Ernie something, I'm pretty sure. Who's the black guy from Ghostbusters?
But dude, that's who you get. Ghostbusters and Hand That Rocks the Cradle. That's all I fucking know.
Ghostbusters and Hand That Rocks the Cradle. He was in Hand That Rocks the Cradle?
Yeah.
Ghostbusters it's the 30th anniversary, 1984. His name is Ernie Hudson.
There you go.
We were close.
There you go.
We were dancing around it.
That's who needs to be the Black Matlock.
Ernie Hudson is Black Matlock. This fall on BET.
Hey, if you did a Black Murder, She Wrote, who would play Angela Lansbury?
I would have said Maya Angelou last year.
I'm going with Oprah.
I didn't watch Murder, She Wrote enough to know.
Hey, no. You take the oh, good Lord, what's her name? She was in The Help, and now she's in Red Bands.
I don't know Red Bands.
It's going to be a new show on television, man.
Right. I didn't see The Help. You talking about... I don't know. I didn't see The Help.
People out there listening know who the fuck I'm talking about.
They're yelling at our podcast.
Yes. Thank you for the suggestions, and it's going to be her.
Okay. We'll pair that in a 2-hour block on Thursdays.
Yeah, man. That would be awesome.
Black Matlock as the anchor. I'm all for it. All right, let's see if we can hook that up. Here we go. Kim Cattrall, 57 years old, from Sex and the City.
Yep. I didn't really care for Sex and the City. I relate her more to the mannequin.
Oh, good call. But see, there you go. Like, okay, so you think about Kim Cattrall young. You don't see Kim Cattrall like she looks now.
Right.
All right. Well, fair enough. Well, she still looks really good. 57 years old. She's a year older than Olympias Dukakis was when Moonstruck was released.
Oh, shit.
That's a fake-o shit.
Yeah.
All right, how about this? Bruce Willis is 58. He's a year younger than Spencer Tracy was when Old Man and the Sea was released.
Okay, refresh my memory about Old Man and the Sea. It's in black and white, isn't it?
All right, fuck you. Okay, Tom Cruise is 51.
Yep.
That's the same age as Tommy Lee Jones was when Men in Black was released.
That's 100%. Okay, I can see that.
All right. Demi Moore is 51.
Yep.
That's the same age as Rue McClanahan when she started the Golden Girls.
Hey, why don't we say people who are old and then compare them to other old people?
Hey, I know. Seriously, that Demi Moore and Rue McClanahan, like Rue McClanahan, when you first remember her, let's be honest, because you don't remember her before the Golden Girls, right?
Right, but
the first image you have, the youngest image of Rue McClanahan that you have in her head.
Yes.
That's Demi Moore today.
Okay.
Except Demi Moore's hot.
Okay. Who was the youngest person on the Golden Girls?
Estelle Getty.
And what role did she play?
She played the grandmother.
How did they pull that off? That's fucking amazing.
But Rue McClanahan...
How did they pull that off? How did they pull that off?
But Rue McClanahan looked like that. She actually looked like she looked on the show. It's twoo. It's twoo. You want to talk about how Japan's weird?
Oh, Japan it's an odd little island.
It is an odd little island. We're so glad we got some listeners there. Thank you, by the way. I think there's 4 of you. I appreciate you.
Do you think that Japan lifting their policy on pacifism will alleviate some of this weird shit that goes on there?
I don't know about that. I'm wondering if it's because they started listening to Two Guys One Podcast. They decided it was time to get the guns out again.
I mean, 70 years of being a pacifist.
And we fucked it up and
you've got no outlet for your frustrations.
That's true. I suppose that is true. They hadn't been able to destroy smaller countries.
Right.
Japanese artist arrested while crowdfunding for her vagina kayak.
Yep.
A woman in Japan was allegedly arrested for breaking obscenity laws while crowdfunding for a 3D printed pussy boat. Let me just tell you, Pussy Boat would make a great punk rock band name.
Well, I don't like. It's like this. You ain't. It's the reason that you had pussy wagons and not pussy boats.
Okay.
It's real hard to fuck in a kayak, man. Japanese artist
Rokudin Shiko, whose real name is harder than that to say, She was crowdfunding her dream of making a kayak that was shaped like her vagina. When she was reportedly arrested near the petting palace. She was breaking an obscenity law. The 42-year-old allegedly broke Japanese obscenity laws by sending 3D printer data of her scanned vagina through email to over 30 people. Those who contributed to the Pussy Boat crowdfunding project could get 3D scanned data of Rokudina Shiko's privates. She was arrested based on a law in Japan that makes it illegal to sell, distribute, or display obscene objects.
No, well, I want to say this is the same artist who takes molds of her vagina because the laws really aren't geared toward man, right? So you could sell molds of your dick, right, and not get in trouble over there. But a woman is going to get in trouble for making a mold of her vagina. And that's kind of what the whole deal is.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen Japanese porn before, but if you have, it's most likely that the woman's naughty bits are always fuzzed over. Like, they're always fuzzed over, even if you're watching hardcore Japanese pornography.
It's scary down there, man.
Apparently so. And as a matter of fact, in Japan, women's privates aren't even really spoken about. In Japan, the female genitalia is referred to discreetly. The word is asako, which means down there. While Rogu Dinashiko, the artist here, tries to use the more descriptive word manko, which effectively means pussy. It's a real, like, women especially, are not allowed to refer to their bits in any direct way. It's a very masculine control thing, and she's trying to fight against this. I'm very in support of this Pussy Boat suddenly.
I want nothing to do with the Pussy Boat.
I'm not saying I want a copy of the Pussy Boat or anything. The artist has previously
Can you
made...
imagine being, like, canoeing in that fucking boat and it just starts filling with blood.
No, I don't think it's rigged or anything. The artist has previously made a series of art by pressing molds to her vagina, including the pussy diorama and the pussy lampshade, pussy smartphone case, as well as a remote-controlled vagina car.
You would think that the obvious choice is a pussy hat.
Is that a gun on your head, or are you just happy to see me, sir?
Our vag slippers.
Slippers is the way that I would go. Big foam slippers.
Put your feet in some vaginas.
Yeah, I would.
It's nice and warm.
I would be all about that. In fact,
A little squishy.
Yeah, you could even. Oh, they could have insoles.
I don't think Japanese pussies have souls.
Heated insoles. Her art went one step further when she discovered that she could use a 3D scanner to capture her vagina and cut the exact shape of it into her own boat, a pussy boat. She rode the pussy boat in the Tama River between Tokyo and Kanagawa.
Here's the thing, unless the boat is vertical, you can't tell what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, it looks like, I mean, and even if it was vertical, like someone would have to say to you, hey, that boat over there, it looks like a pussy. And then you could look at it and you could go, oh, it does look like a pussy.
Like if you paint it blue and put little white caps on it, it looks like waves.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, it's not
an ocean of joy. Lapping at the cliffs.
So okay, so let me ask you this. If this was, the world of 3D printers is just around the corner here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all going to have one in our house in the next 5 or 6 years,
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
going to bring back the company towns, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We may have even discussed this on the show. When and if this is readily available technology, you gonna scan the old lady's hoo-ha and have some designer items made for yourself?
How do you know I haven't already?
Yeah, I forgot you're a man of means. You're the kind of guy who can make this thing happen for yourself already. You don't need a 3D printer in the house.
No, making a mold ain't that fucking hard.
They got kits you can buy for that shit.
Hey, man, I've been making molds since I was like 5 at the beach in the sand, man.
Yeah, but making a sand mold of her hoo-ha is a bad idea.
You just got to make sure you're clean shaven and use a ton of Vaseline. That's a mold you don't want to get locked up.
I'm down for this, by the way. I'm 100% behind this. Like, I might make like, I don't know, a big pillow.
She needs to.
That looks like it.
No, she needs to make a A-frame house.
That looks like her vagina.
Yeah.
What's the frame?
It's an A-frame house.
Oh. I don't. Come on inside, fellas. No, I didn't say come inside. I just meant, enter. Oh.
I'm just saying, if an artist, whoever built something like that, I would be loaded down with white paintballs and just smoking it every time I pass by.
If you built the house that looked like a woman's vagina, you would have to call it the petting pantry.
I'll give you that.
You could just build, great big, it's a home theater. You'd have a nice home theater system. I'm ready to wrap things up. Are you ready? You ready to shut this puppy down?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Wait, what was that everything?
Mostly, we're about to do a word from Bob Ross.
How long are we into this, man?
Like 40.
All right.
Yeah. Here's the deal. People can either choose this show to be good or they can choose it to be long.
That's what I tell my wife all the time.
You want this to be good or you want it to be long?
Because I can't do both. And by both, I mean either.
You know what I tell my youngest son? I just say, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. That's what you need to start telling the missus.
Oh, my gosh.
Just finish sex. If she don't get there, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
So, I've got a who are these guys?
All right.
I'll try to make it short.
That's okay.
So, the missus was ovulating the other night, right?
Okay.
And that's when we got to hit the ground running.
You guys, for the new listeners, you are actively trying to have a baby.
Yes.
This isn't just some weird fetish thing you got.
No, but we've been trying for like 2 years now. Like, it's getting to a crazy point.
It's
right?
a sitcom level at this point.
Let me tell you, the first 6 months are like great, right? You're like, oh my God, I dreamt about this when I was just a boy, right? Like I can just fuck all I want to, and I don't have to pull out, and this is what sex is supposed to be.
But no.
And then you start kind of feeling bad about yourself because you haven't produced a child, right? So then you go, okay, we're going to redouble our efforts. And then sex becomes so fucking meaningless. It's, crawl up on top of me. Let's squeeze this out. Or I'm going to fucking heave myself on top of you. And then we're going to roll over. We're not even going to kiss afterwards. And just go to fucking bed.
Done.
Yeah.
It's like taking out the trash.
Yeah.
Taking out the baby.
So we were like, okay, we cannot keep carrying on. Like I'm starting to not enjoy this at all. It's not enjoyable in any way. So we decided to kind of like do a little role playing, right? Let's spice things up. So the deal is, I'm like a mob boss. Okay. And she's like my cowgirl mistress.
All right.
Right? So to get in the role, right? Because I want to make this good.
Sure.
I have a cigar, right? Like this big fucking like stogie. And since we've been going over the word of the day from the 20s, I'm peppering a little bit of that in, right?
Right. Yeah. You're really the berries, babe. Yeah, the bee's knees, eh?
Yeah, why don't you hand me my giggle water? So, and I've got this fucking stogie that I'm smoking in my house, and I don't really smoke, right? So I don't have any ashtrays,
Okay.
right? And the only reason I went and got cigars is because the last time our mutual friend was over, he asked for one and I didn't have one.
And you like to be a good host. There we go. I've got cigars.
If he's into cigars the next time he's over, I want to be able to provide that for him.
All right.
Right? So I went and bought a couple cigars. So I'm smoking one, right? And the only thing I have to put it out in is this solo cup next to the bed on the nightstand. And we're going at it, and like literally, the whole time I've got this fucking lit cigar in my mouth, and we're enjoying ourselves, right? Well, at one point in time, she's reverse cowgirl, right? And I've just about smoked the cigar down, so I want to put it out, but I got nowhere to put it out, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to hold it. Like if I'm holding this cigar, worrying about burning myself, like I'm not gonna have any fun, right? My attention split, can't have that. So I just put it out. I just drop it in the solo cup.
That's a bad idea.
Oh, was it?
Solo cup doesn't hold fire very well.
No, at all. It started smoking and melting like it was coming through the fucking cup, right? And the whole time, she's still reverse cowgirl. And I'm like, I'm trying not to move my lower body so that she doesn't know what's going on, right? Because if this gets out, it's going to just ruin everything. So I'm blowing on it. I'm waving on it. I'm trying to keep the plastic from dripping. And finally, I get it out, and I have something, I can't remember, something metals on my nightstand. So I finally got everything on that, so it would not catch fire, right? Like I got it out, put the stogie out on the metal, and the day is saved. Well, afterwards, I say, hey, you want to hear something funny? And I tell her what happened. I show her the cup. And she starts laughing. She goes, man, I knew there was a commotion going on behind me, but I didn't know what it was. Somebody could have snuck in our house, choked me the fuck out, and she wouldn't have had a clue.
That's a focused woman right there.
Yeah.
She says, I'm working.
Anything could have been going on behind her.
Making a baby, baby. Just get it done.
It was bad. It was almost real bad, man.
I have never almost burned down the house during sex. That's one of the reasons why, like, I like candles. But you gotta be careful. You gotta have candles burning on a plate or some shit like that. Like candles got to be far from the bed.
Yeah.
Candles got to be in a big vase. It's just got to be organized. No open flames. I'm not on some Madonna shit. No open flames.
Is that your? That's
my rule.
That's your only rule.
That's my rule. That's
just no open flames.
no open flames. Hey, let's keep it safe. I got kids to worry about.
You want to suck me off while you're sticking ice cubes up my ass while I'm yodeling howdy doody? Okay, I'm good with that. Are there any candles? There's no candles. There's no fucking candles. Well, let's do it.
I said I was safe. I didn't say I was a prude. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we like to wrap things up here on Two Guys One Pod with a word from Bob Ross. You can find more at bobrossquotes.com. He is our guru of the paintbrush. Bob Ross. That's a crooked tree. We'll send him to Washington.
Oh, man, that's Bob. Come on. I didn't think you were so political.
A2, Bob A.
Yeah. That's probably the harshest thing that dude has ever said.
I don't know about that. He used to be a drill sergeant once upon a time.
No.
Yeah. You didn't know that? We've talked about this.
Man, I don't remember. You talk. you talk. I
talk
pretend
a
to
lot.
listen.
I nod and say, wait for my turn. All right. Until next week, I'm one guy.
And I'm the other.
And this has been the podcast.
"17 and all your dreams are knocking on your front door. 25, you realize that nothing is the same as before. Where did we go? Where did we go? Where did we go? All of those years. How did we end up? How did we end up? How did we end up here? And is it all a lie? He was the one who promised you the sun, the moon, the stars, and all above. Now he is the one who hurt you, scarred you, bruised you, and left you scared of love. Where did we go? Where did we go? Where did we go? And where have I been? Who am I now? Who am I now? Who am I now? And who was I then? And is it all a lie? And is it all a lie? My bones are tired, but they're still shaking. And my heart is torn, but it's done breaking. And my hope is set on things unseen. Yeah, your lighting has come to the darkest place of me.
This is why I don't have the internet in my house, because it makes...
Because it makes people dumber?
No, I'm not going to say it makes people dumber. It
You
just...
were thinking it.
No, yeah, I was thinking it.
All right.